Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to a bit of a follow-up video. This is a part 2 in the video that I posted earlier today. I was reading through the comments because I wanted to get like a bit of a feel for it. Do bear in mind there is a bit of context. It's always important to go and check out the videos prior, just so that we kind of like, you know, you kept up to date. The TLDR from it is that I first of all put out a community tab post 3 days ago, nearly 4 days ago, about a topic where a player said that they stayed at platinum to diamond range and then they use elder marks to farm wins to by only winning 1 to 2 matches, then forfeit with energy. So effectively you're creating this kind of points farming, points camping element to it, which of course the video was to cover and go in some details. Again, I want to say thanks to everybody that got involved with it. You know, when we do these community tab posts, we do return back to them, and yeah, you kind of like have a look at a scenario situation and kind of just find out what you've got to say about it. So it was interesting to kind of you know, work with you all on this particular element. The video in particular, I might put a link to in the description, but this was the thumbnail for it, which was called 500k plus points camping method. Obviously the tent being the camping, and then platinum and diamond, this camp method where you're able to stay, you know, grinding points. The questions being, is it a Battlegrounds exploit or just good strategy? So why am I doing a follow-up and a part 2 to this? Well, we've had some additional information and I think it's important to share because it kind of highlights a point. Many people have different thought processes, opinions, and it's okay to have a difference of opinion. That's the great thing about having an opinion. There's so many, and people will be, you know, feel that they are right, and people will, the other person will say they're right. It is what it is. But it's always best to kind of like agree to disagree, but find common ground, and I think not fall out. So again, why am I doing a follow-up to this? Well, because the points are in. And this particular player shared their screenshots. Now, I'm not going to give the name, the number in which they finished, their rank, alliance or whatever, but at least to say that they were in the top 200 of players via doing the method that we talked about. Again, we'll bring in the stats details and stuff like that, but you would have seen from the video, like there was you know, hundreds of thousands of points gathered by just this player staying in this late platinum, diamond kind of area, or diamond, whatever it is, and farming all these points. So effectively, this player was diamond finishing, but got equivalent to what some of the top players from around the community picked up. That's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? It's a bit of a weird one, especially if you look at it that way. So they were able to pick up 3,000 7-star shards, 1 6-star awakening gem, 60 6-star signature stones, and 40 6-star signature stone crystals, and 10,000 6-star shards. Some people may say, well, that's you know, that's the fancy rewards. Others maybe not so. But I think this is going to be the situation for a lot of players with going, right, well, they managed to do that by staying there. Is it worth me actually kind of working hard to get into Gladiator Circuit when effectively I can just get my easier matchups as a Paragon player stomping on Cavalier players? Look, this is why we bring these topics. It's not to kind of anger up anybody, but it's to kind of look at situations. A lot of times when we deep dive stuff on the channel, we are literally looking at, you know, topics, taking community sentiment, and at the same time taking note of it, because then it's when Kabam make you know, ideas of changing things. They could be changing things for the positive, or positive to the negative. Kabam changed things quite a lot of the time. So, you know, I disagree with the medal structure, how many medals you have to win. But, you know, some people like it. You know, it's not down to me. It's down to Kabam. They changed the game. It's up to them whether or not they listen to people that are pro something or, you know, against something. They will ultimately change a game to fit whatever element they are. But they do change things at times to the narrative or different kind of things. But it was a bit of a weird one seeing it, and especially because, you know, we had this discussion here, and it was interesting to note what people were saying about how they felt about it. So yeah, I mean, put in the comment section about this as this part 2 and kind of follow up to this situation. I do find it a little bit scary that you can do that, farm hundreds of thousands of points, more than, as I said in the thumbnail, it's 500,000 plus points. It was just this player managed to do, I think it was like hundreds and hundreds of thousands. It may have been 500k, maybe 600k plus points in that bracket, doing this camping, farming type thing. So look, it's a little bit scary that you could just get away with doing that. And again, it's not. This is the point of saying, is it a good strategy? Yes. Do some people find it unpalatable, especially from when they're being stomped on as a Cavalier player, as different players, and even from how the top players, I'm talking people that are able to get into Arcane, Mysterium, right the way up there. How do you feel about this? Because it's an interesting method, isn't it? To win a couple, then sandbag a couple with energy, build back up again with Elder Marks. It's just it's interesting, but at the same time, it's a bit disconcerting that that's what you can do. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here because there's nothing really much more to say. But I just wanted to present this kind of part 2 and follow up from earlier today as to the situation, and it'd be interesting to note from you how do you feel knowing this now that you can do this method. And it stomps on more potential Cavalier players, lower players, when you get into these matchups in this particular bracket, knowing that there could be players out there doing that. Not to say that is or isn't, but this highlights a methodology that that could be a strategy that players could use. Is it a good strategy now, knowing that what players can do? Is it a case it's just the system, and this is just playing against what Kabam, have for their design? Is this non-exploitive? Maybe some people out there would feel this could be a little bit of an exploit. Thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm off to do other things now. So cheers. Check out some other content. Have a great day. Bye bye for now.